Hi, my name is Womp Rat, and today we're going to be playing some Orcs Must Die 2, Weekly Challenge 21, Flip 'em Off. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to get 5 skulls. Now the first thing you're going to notice is you only have 2 slots, and you have the blunderbuss and a spring trap available to you. We're going to be taking both. Also make note that back here, near your rifts, you have some rock traps. They're handy in a bind. Now I put my traps just to the left of those lines there. I find it to be a very good placement. We're going to spend all of our money putting down those spring traps, and we're going to hide over here behind this column because some archers are going to be the very first thing out of the gate. Now one of the things you can do here to bump up your scorched a little bit is you're going to shoot these guys as they get catapulted into the abyss, giving you a ×3 combo. But it's a little tricky, and you might have some trouble with it. You need to be able to shoot them and not kill them right before they hit the abyss, because you got to keep that combo fresh on them, but you can't just outrightly kill them, or you're not going to get your ×3. In fact, if you're really good, you can actually get somewhat consistent, but luck-based ×4s, if you know what you're doing. So, wave 2, we're going to come up here, we're going to put 3. I like to put them just above the wood line there. And again, we're going to come back behind this corner as we're going to have more archers on the way. Now, one of these archers will always walk down the railroad. We're not going to change our minecart, as I like having it there. It's nice, as sometimes you can get ×3s by launching them off that. Shooting them in the air and having them hit the minecart. It's very handy, but mostly you want to clean up. Just making sure that you kill what comes back behind you. Maybe you want to use some of the rock traps behind you. It's always a good strategy. Because remember, for every orc that we slay personally, it's only half as much as what a trap would give us. So here we're going to go and going to pop that guy, put down another trap. And you never want your top level to exceed the length of your bottom level. We're going to be focusing on forcing the orcs from the top onto the bottom track, and hopefully springing them off into the abyss so we can shoot them and get some ×3s. Now, one of the things that makes it a little bit challenging to shoot these guys as they're popping off the springboard is that your blunderbuss is, well, like a blunderbuss. It's not a highly accurate weapon, and they actually have several different spreads for the buckshot that comes out of it. Makes it highly inaccurate for aiming over distances, but if you're good and you know the right range, you can hit somewhat accurately. So just keep this top lane cleared. Maybe you're feeling a little bit braver than I am right now. I just want to get this video out for you guys. You can actually herd these orcs into the spring traps, but be careful of your time, as the par time, I believe, is 9 minutes. So this is wave 4. One thing to know about wave 4 is we're going to have our first elementals on wave 4. And we're pretty much done with the bottom. Everything else now is going to be focused on the top. Now you want to try to herd these elementals onto the railroad track and actually keep them on the track, so that you can keep all those springboards free for these orcs coming through. I get a little nervous running along that left wall. You have to hug it pretty tight, but sometimes you get caught on it. And as we're going for untouchable and manaless, makes it just a little bit harder to do. Well, it doesn't make it any harder. I'm just a little bit frightened that I'm going to get walloped by it. So let's let him come underneath our rock trap. And there we go. Kill off these orcs trying to make their way through. some of these archers I really don't enjoy. So just got one guy left. Shoot him. Put down some more spring traps. Yeah, we're pretty much done with the bottom, but you never want to exceed the length of the bottom. So good rule of thumb is just always stand behind this, look out and shoot when you can. Sometimes you'll be able to get those ×3s, but like I said, the blunderbuss is kind of inaccurate. I'm a little bit farther back than I'd like to be. For this video, I'm really not too worried about the highest score possible. I mostly want to give you guys that 5-skull guide, making sure that you guys are able to beat this level and have the foundation upon which to build a strategy and improve upon it. So we're throwing orcs over there, hoping for some ×3s. Not really getting anything right now. One of the things that you're always going to want to keep an eye on in this level, especially when you have orcs flipping from the top to the bottom, is your mini-map. As most of the time, the orcs will run back to the rift that they spawned at and come back the way that they were originally intended to come. However, sometimes they get a little disorientated and decide to just take the short path to the rift. I think it has something to do with what I'm calling orcish intelligence. Now, my theory is that for every orc spawned from the rift, there's a random chance that that orc will be somewhat intelligent. I mean, it makes somewhat sense. Now, intelligent orcs, or intelligent creatures, ooh, that was close. Intelligent creatures will know the difference between a decoy and you. They will go out of their way to avoid traps if they can. You'll oftentimes see this on an orc who spawns and is going to be on the track and says, no, I'm not going to be on the track right now, I'm going to evade that. There's actually a very fine line they can walk to evade the traps and the cart. So again, we want to bait these elementals over and not have them triggering those spring traps. It's not too much of an issue since these spring traps are upgraded for quick reload. They will not flip heavy enemies. Let's pick up our skull. It's wave 7, so I don't want to have to redo this video. Let's go ahead and put down an extra 4 traps. So had we not done that, we'd be 2,400 points ahead of the game. When I play, I actually subtract some of these traps, because remember that every point of money that we have afterwards is converted to 1 point of score. So the main focus here is going to be killing all of these archers. You don't even really need them to hit the traps, you just want them dead. As later on here we're going to have an elemental spawn, and we don't want to have any archers in the way of that. So we're going to bait these orcs into the traps, send them flying. I want the top cleared for these elementals. We got an archer over there, that's a little worrisome. So there's an optimal distance for the elementals. Always keep your eyes peeled for that. Let's go ahead and get them underneath this. They will follow you, so go ahead and make sure. And we have one guy flying off map, and we are done. So let's go ahead and take a look at how well we did. So 140,000. Now if we added 2,400 to our score, we would be at 143,000. Let's go ahead and see where that would put us on the leaderboard. Quite a few scores here that don't look right. But it looks like, had we not put down those flippers at the end, would have had 5th. As always, feel free to adopt and adapt this strategy. I hope to see you guys at the top. Until next time, I'm Womp Rat, signing out.